Hello there. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Hello there, Angela. How are you?
I am doing well, and I hear you're doing better, and I'm very grateful for that. So that we could be both on tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Chris. Hello there. And yes, absolutely, Brandon. And I'll make sure and put you in the queue there. We'll get right there when we get there. Hey, Joey. Miss you too, Joey. Glad to see you there. We always miss any of our family members anytime when we're briefly away. So, Angela, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I was a participant in the psychic fair this past Sunday in Canton, and Chris was there. And Chris just put in the chat that the woman at work enjoyed the 80s music during my break tonight. She said thanks for the adjustment. So I was getting the impression that 80s music would be her thing. So it was a wonderful experience, and they was right by the front door this time. Kind of makes it nice to not have to travel so far to set up. And of course, that hotel is going through some nice things. I mean, they're redoing their parking lot and things like that. And they fixed some things in there. It's looking very nice.
Really?
Of course, there are improvements there at the Holiday Inn there in Canton and Belden Village, and it was a great experience. And I wore this. I went ahead and kind of did like this gothic romantic style dress. I'm experimenting with different makeup and things like that. It's Halloween, and I'm one of the psychic fairs that I'm, well, not a psychic fair, but an event I'm going to where I'm doing readings. It's not a psychic fair, but it's called Wands and Wizards, and sort of has this magical enchanted feeling for the whole town. It's just this festival of fantasy and fairies and elves and things like this. And where I'm going to be is going to be in a plant shop, at least that's where I'm scheduled to be, is in a plant shop that the owner intends to turn into an enchanted forest. So I wanted to look enchanted. So I got more tiaras coming. I got purple ones. A purple one. I kind of an amber one for fall, and I got kind of like a fairy, fantasy, medieval looking princess type clothing on order, and hopefully it'll all work out, and I can coordinate the colors with her shop a little bit there, and very small place, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I am anxious to see how everybody dresses up. I did get some makeup that is specially used for what they call cosplay type makeup, which is really bright and really bold colors. And
Oh, awesome.
I did get that from it. I'm trying it on. I got some eyeshadow on. I'm playing with the colors and the makeup and different things just to see what different looks like and I can have. And I'm finding out very quickly not to use glitter. Glitter tends to settle in every line and wrinkle that you have.
That's funny.
You put
That's funny.
I went from like I look like a 70-year-old that was dipped in glitter. I tried the glitter makeup, and it just filled in the lines, and it didn't look too great. So, um, lesson learned there. But tiaras, I'm happy with. I love tiaras, and they're beautiful. I'm not gonna use. I'm not gonna. This is not gonna fall down a sink. I'm not gonna lose it down a drain. I'm not gonna leave it anywhere because it's stuck on my head. So it's just the perfect piece of jewelry for me. So it works out.
Everybody's laughing with this. That's funny.
Chris says I look like a beautiful 40-year-old. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am finding some of that Halloween makeup. There's like a white foundation. It's supposed to be for like doll stuff, and then it's kind of translucent, but I find it's a good color corrector for your skin. It takes care of the red spots and things. It's like a great concealer, and when you put makeup on top of it, it shows up better. So,
Huh.
it's a little thing I found out, and
What
we'll
is it?
see what other colors other looks I can get away with. Well,
Really
well,
is.
thank you, Dal Dal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I go to my beautician tomorrow, so I'm going to ask her, hey, let's try something bright and bold for this rest of the year and see what color she adds.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, there's nothing wrong with that because good vibrations sent out to other people changes their frequencies and they
Hmm.
send out to other people. It's that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, so everybody out there that's 30 and over, don't use glitter. I'm just saying that.
That's funny.
At least not in your face. So if you want to put it on your neck, that's fine. Just don't put it anywhere where you have a line or a wrinkle. It's going to stick right to it, and it'll be quite some time before you can get it off.
That's funny.
Oh, down now since orangey yellow hair. I was thinking red, but red and maybe some yellow in there. Maybe we can just do the ends with
Hey,
orange
Virgil
yellow or
Kane.
something like that.
Thank you. Hey, Mary. How you doing, hon? Nice to see you too. Hey, Joey. Don't forget, as we're talking, ladies and gentlemen, you want a rune ring, just say I do, and I'll put you right in line there. I'll put you right in line.
Oh, I just got a painting finished this weekend.
You should dress up as Bigfoot for Halloween. Oh, Lord.
And then you could put something over the Bigfoot costume, like a suit, like a bikini or something, right over top of the Bigfoot costume, and you know, go as a beach babe Bigfoot or something.
Yeah, Virgil, I'm outside at my parents' house, and it's raining. Oh, what you got there, Angela?
All right, so I got this one. This painting I finished, and I really liked it. I first got the impression I thought it was going to be an old man, but then it kept. This has been the last two times the gender keeps switching on me, which I think is that they're trying to teach me something on the other side about the relationship in gender and spirit. And this thing that I painted here, now this originally, have an older woman, but I think it's kind of a positive message overall. I mean, this woman, right, this house, and sometimes how a place, and I talked about how someplace you're drawn to places. Maybe you've had maybe you were intensely emotionally connected to someplace. Maybe you spent a lot of time there. Maybe you have good times and bad times at a place. And it becomes part of your psyche, which is why this is part of her head. But then you can't go back and in this case, it was destroyed, so there's no way of going back. You can't recreate the past. You can't go back to it, but it's still part of you. And but yet she's also part of the cosmos, and she's integrated kind of with this spirit world, right? You have the other world, you have the stars, you have the rainbow. It's like the cosmos, like the universe, her destiny is bringing her joy, but you can't go back and fix the past either. And then you have these steps that are going up and under the house, but there's no connection to the house. There's no way to get to it, right? You can't go back to the past. I think it has a message for that, and and she's still smiling in spite of the good times and the bad times, right? And so she's older, and she actually looks wise. I think I get the impression of a wise person, the way that she comes across in this image. Wisdom is when you still move on, but you learn to incorporate your lessons.
Right.
And there are some things that stick with you forever. And Bao now loves that painting. Oh yeah, and Angela and Kelly Joe said they will do a haunting search together. Oh, I would love to do that. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so you would like a rune reading, Brandon?
Yeah, well, you do that, Angela. I'm going to go grab my drink I left, okay? I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Okay, Brandon, you have CICC3T. Okay. I like your little icon with the beach and the palm tree. Okay, so let's just do a rune reading for the rest of your 2025. Let's see how it's looking so far. So I'm drawing 3 runes for you. So the first rune I got is Land Goose. So Land Goose is the rune of flow. Now, of course, the camera shows this as backwards, so what it actually is kind of the other direction here. But Land Goose is the rune of flow, it's growth. What I feel is a good flow that I'm getting a message from this is that the rest of your 2025 doesn't have any big disasters in it, that it's going to be going better than expected. And now the next rune I got is Ewas, but the way it was drawn like this. It wasn't drawn upright or upside down, it was like this. And Ewas is the rune of travel, relationships, and I got no traveling. It's if you're going to be staying put for a while and not really traveling. It feels like you're kind of in a routine and kind of not going outside of that routine for the rest of the year of 2025. And then I show this one. So this is Daygaz. So Daygaz is the rune of enlightenment, a realization. It's also awareness of light and dark. And the impression I'm getting from this is it's as if there is a call to use this time while nothing major is going on, and it's relatively quiet and going relatively well, and you're at home and you're within a routine, to start searching within yourself and start doing some inner work for your well-being, for your spirit, your mental health, and just work on your self-care during this time and focusing on your own personal well-being in the meantime, so that you'll be ready for 2026 as a better person. All right. And Virgil says...
Awesome.
Says
okay, Crafty does. Crafty's next.
Okay. Crafty. Okay, Crafty. Okay, Crafty. Let's see what we got here. So, first rune I got for Crafty. This is Gabo. So Gabo is gift. I feel like that you're going to be developing some sort of a psychic ability, and that's going to be clearly evident. It's going to be showing itself more in the future. It's going to become clear to you that you have some sort of ability or gift or intuitive ability that's going to be making itself more and more clear, more validation for you. It's coming on that. The next rune I have is Ansus. So Ansus is wisdom. And of course the camera shows this backwards, but it's like an F but pointed downwards. I'm getting from this wisdom is this rune is something. Be careful on the progression of that. So if you're not ready mentally to kind of accept what you're experiencing, this new gift, the new stimulation, the new things that you're going through, take a step back and kind of give yourself time to digest what you're experiencing, write it down, kind of slow down a bit, and kind of back off a bit, till you grasp it and you're ready for more of the gift, the intuition, the intuitive, the paranormal type experiences that you end up having. The next rune I have is Ewas. So Ewas is travel, but I'm being told out of body experiences. Like you'll have OBEs that will be very profound for you. Okay. And yeah, and it can be tough. It can be overwhelming if you have abilities and then all of a sudden and even those of us that already have abilities have been doing this for years, and all of a sudden your clear audience goes through the roof, or your ability to see, or the ability to feel or to smell or something psychically, it just gets amplified, and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed.
Right.
you have to kind of step back and kind of evaluate what you've been given and wondering where is all this coming from. It seems quite different. It's very intense than what it usually is. I have to step back and process this a little bit.
All right. Chris wants to know, did my crystals fall out of my necklace naturally, or do they just finish serving their individual purpose for me? Please advise me, and thank you.
Okay, Chris. Did the crystals fall naturally, or did they just finish serving their individual purpose? Okay. Let's see what the runes have to say about that. So I got Gabo, which is gift. So they acted for you, and while they were with you, they were helping you. The impression I'm getting is that the reasons why the crystals left is because now the spirit world wants you to use the same energy, but use it on your own. Learn to evoke the same energy and the same frequencies that the crystal did, so that you can work without crystals. Okay, so the next rune I have is Land Goose. So Land Goose is the rune of flow. And the impression I'm getting from that is that these crystals were kind of like your training wheels, and it's time you're going to be moved to a natural level where you're able to adjust your aura to get the frequencies that you need to do what you need to do. And the next rune I have is Uruz. So Uruz is strength. It's fortitude. This actually represents iron and the drizzling rain. And I'm getting here to please have the patience for this while this develops. So it feels like you're being called to focus on working with your aura and learning about your aura and how you can change its frequencies using your mind, using your attentions, learning about frequencies and how it affects your aura. Right? You can manipulate your aura. You can make it really big. You can make it really small. You could change the colors of it. You can get information from it, and you can manipulation to your aura has a corresponding effect to the physical body, which I know if somebody touches my aura in a certain spot, it's like I feel it as if they were physically touching me. And it's the energy, it's my aura that's picking it up first. That's like an extra sensory.
That's the best way to explain it. Oh, spot on, Angela. That's a great explanation. Yeah. All right. Next up is Kathy A.
Hey, Kathy. Let's see what the runes have to say for you. Okay, so this rune is Burkana. No, you should probably put it the other way so the camera can see it properly. So Burkana is the rune of the divine feminine. Its protection is prosperity and gentleness. And the emphasis I'm getting here is gentleness. I feel like big change is happening, but you're being moved in a very gentle way. It's like you're being gently prodded to go in a certain direction. But at the end of it, even though it's very gradual, the change will be profound and significant. Okay. And the next rune I have is blank. So I get the blank rune, but this just means there's no rune on this whatsoever. And when I draw the blank rune, I ask, why am I drawing the blank rune? And my impression is that there is a call to focus on the divine feminine and everything, the divine feminine energy, particularly the healing aspects of the divine feminine, the divine mother, Mother Nature. Right? And even the Holy Spirit will act in a motherly way, I feel. That divine feminine, that comfort, that healing, to focus and meditate on that, and you want to channel that energy and ask this divine feminine to be incorporated into your energy. The next rune I got is the divine masculine. So this is Ingwas. So Ingwas is the rune of the divine masculine. This is the father. And this is also fertility, prosperity, protection, stability. What I'm getting on this is that there's a need for balance between the feminine and the masculine aspect of these energies. that there's a balance that needs to be called for, that there's a call for confidence that is needed. I feel like there's a waning confidence or self-esteem that is kind of plummeted recently and knocked down recently, and that focusing on the divine masculine and balance that with the divine feminine will help not only heal you, but bring up your confidence when those two are in balance. So stand up for yourself. You don't have to be everybody's doormat. You can set boundaries and you can be friendly about it, but set your boundaries and stick by your boundaries. And one more room. I just want to make sure. One more room. This is I was. So this is death, resurrection, regeneration, communication. And I'm getting like a resurrection of a new and improved you. It's like more confident, healthier, especially healthier. It's like it feels like your health actually improves. Your actual physical well-being. I actually dropped it. I'm going to take that here. All right, but your physical well-being. I'm getting an impression of a physically better health as well.
It's interesting as you read your runes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see your images, and it's very interesting. Can you explain a little bit how the runes and you are in tune with each other?
Yes, because the runes chose me. I didn't choose the runes. And so a long time ago, I started playing with tarot cards, but I would shuffle the cards, and I also had an oracle card, a Celtic oracle card. I like the Celtic tarot. So working with that, and I would shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. But as I noticed I was shuffling and working cards, all of a sudden water would just come out of the air and it'd pour out of the cards and on my hands, and it would ruin the cards. And I would take these cards and I'm like, okay, I'm drying them off. I'm taking care of very carefully, taking care of these cards. I put them in a plastic bin. I'm like, I'm putting them in a plastic bin, seal that plastic bin. No water's going to get into it. I'm going to put it under my bed. Put it under my bed. No issue. Next day, take the bin out from under my bed, and the bin was completely filled with water to the point it was leaking out the top. And I decided, you know what? I can't use cards anymore. I need to go use stones. But I was interested in the runes. I, had a kind of casual connection to them, but I felt this powerful draw to them. And then I had an incredible visionary experience where the runes were actually uh, sitting before me on the beach, and all these runes were laid out in front of me on the beach on stones. And the runes were talking to me, and they said, "We chose you. We chose you. We will work for you." And then I knew I was like, okay, they chose me, and they're alive, and they chose me. There's a strong resonance connection with them. The runes go back to extreme ancient times, right? Because there is a strong core in those runes that represents a core humanity. The creation, our place in the universe, our place in society, our place within ourselves, our well-being. It's just so much. It's universal about them at the same time, and it's why I love them. It's like that. They're alive for me, and they talk to me, and they appear in my dreams. They give me messages, and they speak as living beings.
Yeah, and that resonates with me because like certain tarot decks or oracle decks will do the same for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's weird because like when I would do a reading for you, remember that one night I would be like, "Oh wow, hold on, Angel, I got to go to another deck for some reason." I would have to
Mm-hmm.
draw from another deck, and it does because it actually speaks to you
Yes,
or connected to it, and people don't understand it, and it does tell a story, inside of it, and it does speaks to you, and it's hard to explain what you see when you look at it and when it speaks to you. It's hard to explain to a lot of people. So yeah.
I think it's powerful and it touches something archetypal within us that we can. scroll back in our past, a lot of these runes, for me, the runes, and for some people, the tarot, they can touch us on something very, profound. Because I know when they, like the Hermetic tarot, when you call the Hermetic group, or the Order of the Golden Dawn, they were looking at archetypes. They were trying to find the core of our psychology and our inner universe. And so those things reach out for that. Where the runes are kind of, they do touch on that because we've had such an ancient relationship with them. And it's right, one of the oldest forms of writing that we know.
Right. Right.
And then I see that Chris was asking me, and if did the ghost lady change the song on my phone last night? That is a good question. And
Go ahead and take that one off her list.
And I'm going to say, instinctively, my instinct says yes, until that she did, and I feel joy from that. I feel like she's very happy that you acknowledged her. And she's like,
yeah, I do agree with you, Angela. I felt the same way. Yeah, guys, keep the questions coming, because as you do that, I am marking them. I'm not interrupting Angela or anything, but I am marking them. I do have you crafty down. Yeah, I do have you down. But yeah, Angela, I was thinking the same thing. As you were speaking, I was like, I agree with Angela.
Yeah, it's awesome that when you have a friend that's in spirit, it's like they're your best pal, right? It's like you're the best of best friends. It's like having a best friend in high school. A lot of times, you get to have that kind of fun. It's just their interaction is kind of more fun because they don't have a body, right? So they can manipulate your electronics, and then they can kind of the things that the way that they express themselves is it's more creative than in the body than somebody that's in a physical body. So.
Right.
Okay, Chris. She changed it to a sassy song. Yeah, she got that kind of young girl feeling from transitioning from a teenager to young lady. So yes.
Virgil, I must have missed your question. If you can repost it, I'm sorry, Virgil. I didn't mean to. I must have missed it.
Okay. Let me see. And also real quick, do I have any guides around you? Absolutely, crafty. And I'm getting an animal spirit around you. And it's definitely, it feels like a wolf, but it's very dark gray in color, and it's a kind of a smaller wolf. But this wolf is around you and is protecting you, and the wolf keeps telling me that crafty that there's some shadow work you have to do. So that means it's facing your fears and dealing with issues of confidence and basically working and facing the darker aspects of yourself so that you can experience the healing and that you deserve. And Virgil has a question. Okay. Oh, I did buy the honey. Okay, cool. Oh, you are very, very welcome. And Virgil, a big story in England is Charlie Kirk. Any messages? So that's interesting.
Oh, okay, Virgil. I will do you next. Okay, we'll see. I never asked. That'll be a good one, Virgil. Okay, we'll actually see. Okay, thank you, Virgil.
Okay, do we have any messages from Charlie Kirk? Let's just ask the runes if he comes across. All right. I get a real heavy feeling with this, like a sense of urgency. So whatever message he's coming across, there's a sense of urgency. The first rune I get, and I get land goose, and I get it upside down. So it's been inverted, which means I feel like the feeling I'm getting is that progress may go backwards. He's worried that the progress has been made will suddenly be pushed back. He's very worried about that, and I feel that he's very worried in particular about how intensely people feel and that they would end up fighting with each other, and that he didn't want that. He didn't want that. He wanted peace. He wanted people to have peaceful dialogue, not to get even more aggressive with each other on their stances, but have an open and peaceful dialogue with one another, and he's very concerned about that. The next rune I got, this is Naughty. So naughties is the root of need. It's also stress. It's a tight band around the chest. It can also be love. And the message I'm getting from him is like there's suffocation. Like there's a conservative movement that he's involved in. He's concerned that there is an aggressive opposite movement that is trying to strangle that progress and strangle that conservatism, that back to family, the conservative the Christian values. He's concerned that they're trying to put a stranglehold and trying to strangle it out. And the next rune I got is Rytho. So Rytho is upside down. Rytho is a journey of the sun. It usually means honor, and a journey of honor and integrity. But when I put it down here, it's right side up. So I'm just going to just double check and just see if this is how he wants this. Right side up, and he says, "Remember, I live my life with integrity. That's all that anybody can ever ask of you."
That makes sense. Yeah. Brady says, thank you. I've been working on that.
You're welcome, Crafty. Yeah, and it's nothing to be afraid of. It just, at times, it can be a little overwhelming when you have an experience that's just mind blowing. So you just have to step back and kind of digest those a bit.
Right. Yeah, if you really do. Absolutely. Any more questions, ladies and gentlemen?
I had a paranormal experience again. I was at the Anchorage Mansion just the day before that, and always there's always a paranormal experience there. I'm kind of convinced that Douglas Putman's first wife has come back, who was the first owner. I think his first wife passed and then he remarried, but I believe his first wife has come back and is visiting there. So good evening, Angela. It's very nice to meet you. I saw angel number sequence 1234 today. Oh, beautiful. Love to help you with that. Let's see. The runes have to say about the angel message that you got. I love when they speak with numbers. It's like the language of math. I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but I get angel numbers all the time too, and it just seems like there are so much messages in math in the numbers. So the runes I'm getting, when it comes to the angel numbers, I'm getting I was. So I was is death, regeneration, communication. Trying to get this. Here we go. Here we go. Regeneration. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like starting over again. Starting over again. So it feels like a clean slate and starting over. The next rune I got is Helgelas, which is transformation. So there is something that the angels are initiating to you on the other side, letting you know that there is a major change that's going to happen, a major transformation that's going to be initiated, and it feels like your whole world is going to be turned upside down for a bit, but it's meant as a very positive action for you. The next rune I got is Thorosas, which is boundaries and caution. It's going to be a little bit of a wild ride, from what I can tell from the runes. But it's meant to set you free from certain things that's been holding you back and that's been burdening you, and that has been an obstacle to your spiritual development where you need to be. So in order to do that, they have to kind of shake things up and kind of shake your world up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Dal, I have you. And next up, we have Yiffy. Welcome to the show, Yiffy. Nice to have you. First time viewer. Nice to have you here. So I never had a rune reading either. So this will be the first time for that too. So awesome.
Okay, so now let's do a reading for Yippee. In general reading, let's see what Spirit has for you. First rune, I have here is the blank rune. So the blank rune here, and when I see this and just ask why I get it, is I'm being told that you need to take time to give your mind time to rest. It feels like you just got so much going on in your mind. It's like looking at lots and lots of rapidly flashing bright lights. Is how it comes across. There's so much going on, it just doesn't stop. And the runes just think of mind, like take that deep breath and clear your mind. There's something called transcendental meditation. There's also Zen Buddhist meditation that you might find helpful for you. And there's a meditation where you actually start where you hum, and you hum in such a way in your mouth that you actually feel the vibration of the hum throughout your whole body. So it feels like your whole body is turning into that musical note, and then actually stops that merry-go-round and that constant compulsive, thoughts going around and craziness in your brain. It slows it down and stops it. And then you're able to regain control of your mind. And then you can take those deep breaths and clear your thoughts. Okay, clear your mind. The next rune I have for you, this is Pertho. So Pertho is a rune of luck. It's the future. So I'm seeing this come up, and this rune says, we've got a message for you about the future. So we're going to see what that's going to be about. So the first rune after that is Iwa. So Iwa is travel. It can be companionship, forward movement. This is supposed to be two horses facing each other is what it represents. Iwa. And so I'm getting really rapid forward movement, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm feeling like I'm on a roller coaster, and it's that pause at the top. And when on the old roller coasters, the things I remember, the coasters I used to ride, right? You would slowly go up the hill. It would be like on the conveyor belt or a chain, and it would be crink, 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 and you're going really slow. It's like, when are we going to get to the top of the hill? And then finally, when you're at the top, there's this giant pause for a moment, and then it's like that's the impression I'm getting how things will be moving for you. It's like, okay, it's slow. Oh my gosh, now we're going really, really fast. So things are going to be moving pretty fast, even though they seem slow and kind of lazy right now, and you feel frustrated. Things are going to be moving very fast, very shortly in your future. The next rune I got, this is Daygaz. So Daygaz is the rune of the full noonday sun. So this is the sun at the height of its power right at noon. And this often represents enlightenment, that's self-awareness. But I'm getting the impression of an awareness of your abilities and just what you're capable of. It kind of dawns on you what you're capable of. You're capable of much greater things. It's just that you need to be a little bit more disciplined and be able to control your mind and your thoughts a bit, and just focus on that and take care of yourself, clear your mind. And when you clear your mind and you do things that are more about exercising better self-control, then you have more ability to exercise the talents that you do have and the gifts that you do have, and to make sure to use those, because I feel like you've got a lot of really good intellectual talent. Like, you can have a lot of things going on in your head all at once, and you can keep it all straight. Like, that's a great gift.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, good point. All right, next up, Dow. Any messages for me, please, Angela?
All right, Dow.
How you doing, Dow?
Well, that reading took me on memory lane. Of the roller coasters.
Right, it did bring back memories.
All right, Dow. Any general reading for you? All right. So, Dow. So I'm getting Ingwas. So Ingwas is a rune of fertility, protection, stability. And I'm actually feeling a little bit heavy right now. But what I'm getting off of Ingwas is like there's almost too much rigidness. It feels like you're kind of set, got your boundaries set, you've got your life set, and there's inflexibility there. that there needs to be something that's more dynamic that needs to be introduced. It's like getting set in your ways a little bit. Next rune I got is Perthos. So Pertho is luck, the future, the unknown. And what I'm getting from this, like incorporate a little bit of gamble, like spontaneity, a little bit of fun, like something unplanned. Maybe you just decide to go for a walk, outside of your routine. Maybe you decide to take a trip somewhere out of your routine. Maybe you decide to do something creative that you hadn't done before, something that is out of that routine, that's out of that rigidness. The next rune I got is Manas. So Manas is intellect, humanity, wisdom, and the rainbow bridge from this physical world to the spirit world. And I keep feeling a fun feeling. It's like I keep seeing the rainbow part of this, the rainbow of that kind of wonder, like, wee, this is the rainbow. It's so beautiful. It's like when a kid goes out and they see a rainbow for the first time, and they about have a conniption because it's like Crayolas come to life and you have the rainbow in the sky. It's that feeling, and this room, the impression I'm getting is like, let's kind of reinvigorate that. I mean, and let's enjoy things. Let's enjoy the wonder of things. Let's explore that, like a little kid might explore their world around them, and look for new experiences that they haven't gone through yet. As children, we do that. That is something the runes seem to be calling you to do, saying that you're too rigid, and it'll be a good benefit, a good balance for you to have that little fun and seek out new experiences that would be outside of your routine.
Right.
Yippee has a good question. So Yippie's question is, how do I make a hacker stalker leave me alone already? Well, my area of expertise, sure there's many people online that can help you with that. But let's just see what the runes say. See if the runes can give us information as why are they engaging this behavior, and maybe that will help you figure out how to stop the behavior if you know what the motive is and what they're trying to do. So let's see what the runes might have to say here. Okay, what's that about this? Well, first thing I've got the impression was a male. Okay. And we got Antus, we got the Blink Rune. Yeah, got the Blink Rune, and then we got Isa. Okay. And then Doris. So, Antus is saying wisdom. And from the perspective of wisdom, you see that person as, from your perspective, you can look at that person, okay, this person isn't all right in their head, is what I'm getting. It's like they're not all right in the head. They're a little bit off. I actually feel like this, it feels like a male. It feels like this male has a very warped view of reality. It's as if he's in a bubble and he has no power. So this is how he lashes out, to try to feel like he has some sort of power. So he can do it behind a keyboard, but I don't think he could do that face to face. The other one I got is Isa. Isa, and I heard from this when Isa represents ice. I'm being told stop him cold. Stop him cold. So you can be extremely blunt, right? Cut him off. If he tries to hack things, he tries to harass you, block him at every turn. If your systems allows you to block his IP, block his IP. If there's something that maybe if you are at work and he's doing this, maybe an IT person can step in and help you with this person, so you don't get the harassment, right? Maybe the IT can show you some security settings um, to keep him from bothering you, but stop him cold. So block him at every turn. The next rune I got is Thorasos. So Thorasos is boundaries, right? Like sending clear boundaries. But I got that he is unstable, to say the least. I feel like, let me just draw more runes on this just to get kind of a clearer picture. Okay. Manos, Gabo, okay, which is intellect, gift, so assistance is needed. Was okay, so they, outside help is suggested here by the runes for this person. Like somebody that might be an expert in this type of thing, dealing with stalkers, their psychology, and also maybe from the um, technical side of it, the IT side of it. I mean, you can. I mean, there are experts out there that have better advice than I do on the IT side of it, from the internet side of it, communication and social networking side of it, and how to implement blocks or to suggest software that you could use. And then somebody on the psychological side of this, like stalkers, how do you stop a person like this cold dead in their tracks that sets them elsewhere and leaves you alone? So it's suggesting outside out, but it also suggests the runes are suggesting that this person is a male. He's very weak. He's very weak. Okay, and he has a very distorted sense of reality. So he's just trying to boost his ego a bit, trying to not feel so weak.
Yeah, good job. Well, we're another fantastic show, Angela. It's been wonderful.
Absolutely, it was fun tonight.
It really has been. Well, ladies and gentlemen, from coast to coast, around the world, Godspeed, everybody. Good night. Catch you on another night. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.